You don't have to acknowledge everybody. Not everyone deserves you to speak to them. Not everyone deserves something that needs to be said to them. You don't have to say anything to anyone, and some people don't deserve you to say anything to them. Some people don't deserve a response, or they don't deserve anything from you, because you don't necessarily have to do or give anyone anything. Not that anybody is requiring anything of you, but in case there may be some requirements, don't acknowledge troublemakers. All right, if a person is causing problems or being troublesome, even if it's to the point of being irritation, if it's not good for you and it's something that you don't wish to experience, you could remove yourself from it. You're not being rude, you're not being mean, you're not being difficult, you're definitely not being a bad person, but you can't allow yourself to be manipulated to think that way, because what someone may see is that they can use that against you or hold it against you if they see that you care, or if you're a little bit wishy-washy about your decision in choosing what's outrightly best for you. Some situations are just best for you, and when a situation is best for you, you have to make that decision. If not, people will see that, okay, this is someone that can be taken advantage of. This is someone that, we could get over on. So it's best to not feel you have to do something, even if there is some pressure there, even if there is some type of intimidation tactic in place. You don't have to move or do anything. You could just stand there. You could just feel how you feel for a moment, and know that that's a time where you're supposed to be defiant. I do what I want. This is a time where I'm supposed to do what I want to do. Not be disrespectful, not cause any problems, not get myself into any altercation or anything like that. All right, some people are they're not out to think, they're not out to process, they're out to eliminate. All right, and there's no need to get involved into anything unnecessarily if one doesn't have to, especially if the person is a troublemaker. All right, you don't have anything to prove to someone that's a troublemaker. If they want to be perceived or seen a certain way, that's their lifestyle. They want people to look at them a certain way, view them a certain way, perceive them a certain way. That's them. Don't get caught up in that. Oh, so and so did this or said that. You gonna let that transpire? You gonna let them say that? Don't worry about what people are saying, as long as people aren't putting their hands on you. It's nothing to be concerned about. People are gonna say whatever they want to, and that's just life. That's something you have to accept. People are gonna say whatever they want, but if it's troublesome, why even pay attention to it? If it's troublesome, why even acknowledge it? All it's gonna do is make you feel some type of way about yourself, what they said, or the person. So if you can't change someone's opinion about you, if you can't change what a person has to say about you or what they think about you, why even entertain it? Why even acknowledge this kind of person? There are certain people you can acknowledge. There are certain people that it's best for you not to. especially if this is a person that they want to act friendly in front of other people, but when it's just you and them, or when they act weird, it's some stuff you have to deal with in the shadows when nobody else is really paying attention, and it's something that you tend to either ignore or you call them out on it. Or you either probably have either been to the point to where it's like, you know what, I'm tired of dealing with this, I have to address the situation. All right, always address it in a positive way, always address it in a respectful way, always address it in a way, you know, that is good for you and everybody else. So that way things can stay the way they are. You don't need any abrupt changes in your lifestyle, all right, especially any that you can't reverse. People end up trying to be tough or whatever, end up trying to prove something and end up in handcuffs, and that will ruin your day. Nobody wants that, especially when it's unnecessary. It doesn't have to go there. So don't let it get there. Don't let it get that bad. Don't let yourself get so wrapped up in a situation. And the best way to do that is by not acknowledging the trouble in the first place. You're supposed to focus on what you want to experience, not what you don't. You're not supposed to be focused, oh yeah, we look nice today. You're not supposed to be focused, and you look nice today too. You're not supposed to be probably better than me, all right? Or just as good as me. It's not a competition here, all right? You're supposed to pay attention to the things you want to experience in your life, what you want more of in your life, just like that exercise we did just there. Somebody's ever bothering you or causing a problem or trying to get you to focus on the negative. Oh, wow, I look nice today. And then you could even throw a silent compliment to somebody else. Wow, that person over there is enjoying themselves. They look like a really good person. Anything to take your mind off of negativity or going in a direction to where you're going to start thinking negative thoughts. Anything like that. All right, I look fly today. I look fresh today. Say that to yourself. Somebody's pissing you off or doing something weird. Put your attention back on yourself, man. You know what? I look good. I feel good. Screw what they got going on. That's other people making you their problem is not your problem. It's not your problem. So don't acknowledge it. Don't acknowledge it. People are going to be offended by you not acknowledging them. Just a warning. But we don't care about that. You know, some people are going to make it so you have to acknowledge them, and if they do, acknowledge them. If somebody wants your acknowledgement that bad, don't fight to not give it to them. I'm not going to acknowledge you. It's not that kind of party. Acknowledge them. Hi. Give them the best, most positive, warmest, loving, godly greeting you could ever give a person. Just show them some love, all right? Show them some love immediately. Replace whatever you may be feeling. Hey, we're not going to feel that way. We're not going to spread that. We're not putting that back out. That's no good for anybody. I'm letting that go. I'm not even holding on to that. I detach myself from that at this very moment. That's allowing people to not have power over you. It's your perception. You're giving them power over you in your mind. What you have to do is change the way you look at the situation, and it will allow you to view it in a way which keeps the power in your hand. So that way the ball remains in your court. All right, for all the sports heads on this channel, shout out to y'all. I haven't got there yet because I'm still working on the big win for me. I'm still working towards my championship. You dig? All right, yeah, I gotta get a championship ring. You feel me? A couple of them, 10 of them. All right. Who you interact with is gonna leave all right, who you interact with is going to leave it's gonna place their energy around your aura. Almost said something that I didn't want to. All right, who you are around, their energy is going to linger after you leave their presence and after they leave your presence. So you have to be careful who you interact with. I know some people are toxic and negative, and it's like, well, you know what? I don't want to be rude. Let me say hello. Sometimes that can turn into a problem. People can meet your positivity with anger, with an attitude, with meanness or nastiness, and just be so destructive to you or disrespectful to you that it just throws your whole day off. It's best when you don't fight the feeling. All right, don't fight the feeling, meaning don't fight your instincts. Your instincts is what separated you from this person initially to begin with. Can't go back on that because of a smile or of a passing by or of a kind gesture. If a person is a snake and they showed you that more than once, then you have to kindly, respectfully accept that person for who they are and who they show themselves to be. Anything other than that would be bad for you, and you can't take any bad right now, any more than you want to deal with. You don't want to deal with any bad. That's why you stop acknowledging certain people in the first place. So don't be compelled. Don't be compelled to be nice. Don't be compelled to be a good person, because everybody doesn't deserve that. You can be good to certain people. You can't be good to everyone, because some people will abuse it and leave you feeling confused and leave you feeling upset. And it's like, you don't have to feel that way, but why keep going to the slaughterhouse? It's like, well, I put a Band-Aid on the last time I got cut, but I'm gonna go back anyway. They may cut me, but I don't know. I'm not trying to be a bad person. You have to destroy the program of being a people pleaser. Some of us have been programmed to put others before ourselves, and it screwed some of us. But you can't do that anymore. You can, if you feel screwed, you can unscrew yourself. That's the thing about being screwed. A screw, it screws one way and then it screws the other way. If you're ever screwed, you can get unscrewed by putting yourself first. All right, by putting yourself first and by only acknowledging positive people. By only acknowledging people who acknowledge you, number one. No more acknowledging people who act like they don't see you. No more acknowledging people who always have something rude or ignorant to say. No more acknowledging people who always meet you with an attitude but are cool to other and kind and respectful and loving to other people. These are people you do not have to acknowledge. You should not feel compelled to spread peace and joy up close and personal to people who don't deserve that form of it. They deserve some of it, just not up close and personal. These are the people that you wish the best for and you hope the best for. And don't send out anything bad towards them at all. Only send them good. Only send good thoughts towards them. When you think about them, think good about them. It'll do you a lot of good and keep you right. All right, leave those kinds of people alone. Leave those kinds of people alone. You may feel compelled. Oh, you know what? I have to. You don't have to. You don't have to speak to everyone. Not everybody is worthy of you speaking to them. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. Some people do deserve to be acknowledged. Everybody does deserve acknowledgement, but when some people show you that you acknowledging them is not going to result in anything good for you, it's going to leave you with bad energy every time you speak to this person. It's going to leave you stressed every time you interact with this person. People know how to create negativity for you to have to experience when you deal with them. Based off of how they treat you, they know that they can treat people a certain way to make them feel a certain way. So if you know this is how a person is, why keep putting yourself in that situation to have to deal with that? So don't. All right, you'll have the respect you deserve from certain people that you show and teach how to treat you. When a person decides to treat you a certain way, you back off and remove yourself, because number one, they're not going to be able to treat you how they want, and number two, you're showing them that you're not going to interact with them unless the treatment towards you by them changes. Whether you have to say that verbally or whether you have to show that physically. I'd rather give out some cold shoulders than have a cold heart. You know, you gotta protect you. Some people deserve a cold shoulder. You gotta make sure you're good. Some people are only walking up to you to speak to you because they know you don't like them and they know it stresses you out. But the thing is, once you learn how to not be stressed out by that, it's just foolish and it's just a waste of time on their part. So I mean, I'm not telling anyone to be a rude person. But what I'm saying is, don't waste your breath when it's unnecessary. Some people are only playing you. Some people are only trying to run game on you. Some people are only speaking to you because they're getting some type of sick, twisted kick out of it. Because this is somebody that you most likely probably would have avoided. And they're gonna mosey up. They're gonna street theater their way up to you anyway. They're gonna mosey their way up onto you anyway. And have patience. Be slow to anger. Talk to people. And the reason why you want to be slow to anger and have patience is because having to deal with situations like this where people are constantly playing. There are going to be people who come up to you to try to there are going to be angels that come up to you, and it's all a test. There's going to be people who come up to you with blessings and and good spirits and stuff like that. And if you have an attitude, or if your spirit is not in check, or if you're having a bad day and you let your negativity get the best of you, your bad energy get the best of you, unfortunately, you may end up missing out. And you don't want that. So despite how you're doing, always try to be kind and respectful to people, because not just because you could get something, but number one, just because it's the right thing to do. And number two, there's always some blessings out there for you. So why jeopardize that? Especially if you're one who believes that it's the type of life that you deserve or already have access to. Then everything that comes into your life is something good. So just don't let the pressure of having to deal with this stuff get the best of you. Watching videos like this helps. Prayer helps. Taking deep breaths helps. Meditation, stuff like that. Listening to calming, soothing music. That's why I start putting these in the background. All right, it's relaxing, more relaxing for me when I make these videos and talk about these subjects too. All right, definitely adds a layer of relaxation to the mix. All right, so that's it for this video. All right, yeah, don't acknowledge people who don't deserve acknowledgement. They could be looking dead at you if they're unworthy of it because of the rudeness and disrespect that they covertly or want to show to you, or things you notice that aren't right that you wouldn't do to another person. So you chose to distance yourself from this person. Wait a minute, this isn't right. This is going to eventually upset me, or this is going to eventually trigger me. I'm going to remove myself. I'm going to be the positive person. I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to take this. Sometimes people will come find you on the high road. You want to take the high road? Okay, well, I'm just going to drive up here then. Oh, man. Yo, you still got to seek for higher ground. Still got to keep moving forward. You got to you still got to keep fighting. All right, the harder the battle, the greater the reward. The harder the fight, the greater the reward, the greater the win. You're gonna win. All right. When you're getting closer to a win, things are gonna get weird. When you're getting closer to a win, people around you are gonna get weird. Wait a minute, somebody's winning? It's not me? Everybody's already winning, but people's lack of gratitude doesn't allow them to see that, because their win may not be as big as somebody else's in the present moment. In the moment. In the moment. Shout out to Rob Deck. He's like, in the moment of truth. Oh man, shout out to everybody that watched Fantasy Factory. Good show, man. Good times. Good times. All right, rest in power, Big Black. Don't acknowledge anybody that you don't have a relationship with, like Rob and Big Black. That was a true friendship right there. All right, don't if your boys ain't rocking with you like that, hey, you may need to get you some new boys. You may need to get you some new people, because you should always be down to get some money and be motivated to go on a positive mission. That's what they were. Do work. I took that saying and I ran with it. That was something positive. Some of the people that I were around were watching it and laughing, and they were just he looking at the comical sense. I was like, yo, do work. I was like, I could work and I could have like, what, man? That Fantasy Factory, that's what's up that he did that. He instilled something in the minds of his viewers. All right, do work. Do work. Shout out to Rob Deck. Do work. That's why if you are subscribed to my beat channel, where it's gonna be more beats coming soon. Oh yeah. We had to reduce some things to the ridiculous, but we still got some beats coming. All right. If you check one of my beats, I think it's actually called Do Work, and I got Rob and Big in the picture for the beat. So yeah, that definitely is ingrained in me. All right, you want to take the positive things that you hear and you want to implant them within your mind as programs and seeds to water to help you become successful, help you have something to cling on to, something positive to affirm in your mind, to program your mind with, keep you in the game. All right, because people will try to create issues for you and problems for you when they see you focused on yourself and they see you focused on your own life, and you know what direction you want to go in. They may want to drag you to the side or pull you to the side of the road, have you focused on something else. So it's best to not acknowledge people like that. All right, energy vampires. Somebody's gonna waste your time and you don't want to have that conversation. You don't have to acknowledge that person. They could be speaking to you as long as the day is long. If people aren't saying positive things, you don't have to respond. If somebody doesn't have anything good to say, you don't have to have anything at all to say. And when people are constantly trying to meet you with things that are negative or things that they're trying to annoy you or pester you with or get underneath your skin with, just don't acknowledge it. You know, after a while, it's not gonna bother you. You're not gonna be affected by it. It's funny to them, and they enjoy it. They watch. They like to and this is why I call people like this weird. They look for a reaction from a person. They live for somebody's reaction, the look on your face, how you respond, or how you handle some type of evil, wicked curse or spell or witchcraft they're trying to use on you in the moment. Some type of game they're running or playing. And it's like these are the things that they enjoy. This how you know. You could tell a tree by the fruit it bears. There's so many other things in life to enjoy, but you rather choose to act wickedly, and that's what gives you your kicks. Not helping people, not finding out truths, not opening up your mind to different revelations or learning things or going after a purpose or a passion or a dream or a goal, trying to achieve anything that doesn't turn anything on there. I know I just motivated somebody. Somebody just got up right then and there. They just said, you know what, that thing I'm going to do today, I'm doing that right now. Thank you, Druuill. Don't acknowledge people who are negative to the core. Don't acknowledge people who play with you, who always trying to make a joke out of you or who you are or what you represent. Always clowning, making fun of, putting down, belittling what you like or what you're into. Just because they're not into it, they don't like it, and they don't have anything to do with it. Don't acknowledge people like that. It pains people to see you win, so they want to cause you pain, to try to deter you from winning. Don't acknowledge troublemakers or bullies. Nothing's gonna come from it. Nothing's gonna come from it. All right. Nothing is going to come from it. If they get mad because you're not looking at them, so be it. If they get mad because you didn't speak to them, so be it. People got fragile egos. It's not your problem people got egos. It's not your problem people think everybody's supposed to speak to them. They're not the king or prince of Rome. They're not the king of Scotland. They're not nobody but somebody that you however you know this person. That's all it is. The worst case scenario is when these people are just random. Do I know you? do I know you? No. Okay. All right. Can we keep it moving? You know, some people just want to know that you saw them, and if they could be in control just for that little teeny tiny moment, they got that, and just let them have it. And don't see it as something being taken from you, because it's not. It's the world didn't give you. The world can't take it away. They can't take nothing away from you. They can't even take your energy unless you think they do. The only reason that people can take your energy is from the stress that they cause you because of something that they're doing that you don't want to happen. So it's like, if you can accept it, then boom, no energy drained, none taken. They're gonna get some blood, all right, but it's gonna be a different type of blood. It's gonna be the blood that covers you and zaps the hell out of them, literally. Go on, take a bite. Be renewed. be renewed. by the spirit of your mind. All right, yo, they're gonna be renewed. All right. Don't acknowledge anyone that you don't feel the need to. All right, the people who give you anxiety, people who make you feel less than yourself, people who make you feel bad about yourself, people who make you feel like it hurts you to be around them, or you're playing yourself to be in this in the same vicinity as them. People who don't, people who act like they don't even see you half the time, but want you to acknowledge them. Just all weird types of behavior. Don't pay attention to people like this. People can play games like this, but don't be offended by it. All right, you don't need attention from anybody. You don't need to be included in anything. And stop trying to get attention from people. You don't need people to see you. You don't need people to recognize you. You don't need anything from anyone, and you don't owe anything to anybody in return. That goes both ways. You don't need anything from anyone, and you don't owe anything to anybody. What people give to you, you give back. If it looks like it's going down, hey, what's up? All right, cool. If not, hey, love for love. But yeah, don't break your back. Don't people please. Don't do anything unnecessary. But always, like I said, be kind and respectful, because you don't want to be seen as rude. Because here's the and this is why evil is so jacked up. Like, people with messed up attitudes, they know they change the spirit of a good person. So it's like you can't get bent out of shape over somebody's not unwillingness to change or do what's right, because it could end up throwing you off and end up messing you up. What's wrong with this person? What's wrong with you? Now their energy is rubbing off on you, because it's all you're focused on. Them, instead of focusing on the person that you want to be. That's all you have to do. Focus on the person that you want to be, and let them be the problem. Let them be a troublemaker. All right, let them be a troublemaker, but leave them alone. Don't say nothing to them. You know? If you don't have to. If it's something you need to tell them because people want to, be disrespectful, then of course, by all means, speak up. But other than that, don't have anything to say to people. People like playing with people. People will play with you, and you have to send a strong message, a silent one. Because a lot of people like playing games, and that's okay. Some people like flirting with danger, and that's okay. Some people like poking the bear, and that's okay. Just leave them alone. What do you want out of life? Focus back on that. What good do you desire? Focus back on that. How did God bless you today? Focus back on that. You woke up this morning. Focus back on that. You have some things to be grateful for. Focus back on that. You're focused on yourself and not anybody else. Focus back on that. You got goals, you got dreams, you're infatuated with nice things. You just want to be successful. Focus back on that. Let everything that you don't want just drift away. Everything that you don't want, rip it away and let it drift away. Everything that we don't want right now, we're just ripping it away. Everything we don't want right now, we're just gonna let it drift away. Ooh, just feel it drifting away. Everything you don't want right now is just drifting away. Ooh, feels so good. Ooh, everything you don't want is just drifting away. Going. Just drifting away. Just drifting away. All right, everything we don't want just drifting away. Thank you for watching this video. Pound that like button, smack that share button, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. All right, shout out to the Galactic family, Druuill, Drew Nation. Shout out to all of them. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace, love, and light. We out. Thanks for watching this video. If you have been touched and would like to support this channel, the donation links are in the description. Peace.